Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I'm going to be doing for you the Doctor Who Companions book tag. First of all, a note. I got here and I realized that in all of the screen print t-shirts that I packed for this entire trip, I didn't bring one of my Doctor Who shirts, which seems like impossible because I have the most screen print Doctor Who t-shirts of any of my other t-shirts, so that's a little annoying. The best I can offer you is that this shirt has blue on it and is also a screen print t-shirt, but I know it's not a lot. Second note, this is the Doctor Who Companions tag, and I have with me River Song's sonic screwdriver, not the Doctor's, and this is definitely a thematic choice and not because I just bought River's sonic like last week. That's not why I have this. That's why I have this. Also, this video is in honor of the fact that this weekend I am going to Cardiff in Wales, where a good deal of Doctor Who, especially New Who, is filmed. It is where the studios are, and there I will be going on the Doctor Who Experience Tour. I'm so excited. I'm catching up on this season of Doctor Who. I'm only 2 episodes behind, but I'm catching up on the show for the occasion, and I'm so excited. So this tag was created by Cassiopeia's Books, and I will link the original video down below, but let's get into these Doctor Who companion questions. Question number 1. Rose Tyler, what book got you into reading? I have a couple of answers for this, the first of which is the Nancy Drew books by Carolyn Keene. My grandmother used to read me these books all the time, and they got me invested in mysteries, and they got me invested in reading, and so I definitely have to give credit to Nancy Drew. But the series that I read when I was older that inspired me to actually become an avid reader who went out and bought books as often as I do, that goes to A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. That is the series that inspired me to read as much as I do now. If not for that series, this probably never would have happened. That was the first series that I went to, like, first day when the book came out, I'd get my mom to drive me to the bookstore to get the new book, so those are the books that inspired me to keep reading. Question number 2. Mickey Smith, what is your favorite love triangle? So I actually hate love triangles. Almost all of them. And I had to look at a list of like all of the books I've ever enjoyed and go through them one by one and go, no, 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 until I finally found one. And it's not even a love triangle, it's like a love square. But, hey, whatever. And the one that I chose for this is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I probably shouldn't have enjoyed how this little, like, love square thing as much as I did, but I think it is one of the more well-done love triangle-esque things that I've read, and this is one of the only ones I've ever enjoyed, so that's gotta go to The Host. Question number 3. Captain Jack Harkness, what book has a very handsome cover? As far as books I own, this one has got to go to The Martian by Andy Weir. It is one of the prettiest books I own. Sometimes I just pull it off my shelf to look at it because it is such a beautiful shade of orange and the cover design is so nice and it's a completely beautiful book. I absolutely adore the way this book looks. But as far as a book that I don't own that I think the cover is completely gorgeous, I have to also say More Than This by Patrick Ness, because the fact that the cover opens and there's like a door and this color scheme, it's amazing. I absolutely love the cover of More Than This. It's so beautiful. Or handsome, I suppose I should say. And it's perfect that I'm listing a Patrick Ness book because Patrick Ness is writing the new spin-off series of Doctor Who at Coal Hill School, which I don't know how interested I am in watching it, but I'll watch the first episode because it's Doctor Who and Patrick Ness, I guess. Question number 4. Martha Jones, who is your favorite strong female character? For this, I'm just taking strong to mean spectacularly well written because I think that those are the kind of female characters we need. So I have picked 2 answers for this because I love some well written female characters. The first of which, of course, is Hermione from the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. One of my absolute favorite female characters of all time. Fantastically well written. Just Hermione, guys, of course. And the other one that I have to list is Katza from Graceling. You guys know I love this series, and I think Katza is just a fantastic female character. Again, one of my favorites, clearly, since she's my answer for this question, but let's just take a moment to appreciate Katza. Question number 5, Donna Noble, a book with absolutely no romance at all whatsoever. I feel kind of bad about the answer for this question because, like, the only books that I could find that I've read that have no romance are thrillers or like horror books, and that's a little sad, to be honest with you. I think that we could probably expand slightly more to have other kinds of books that don't have romance. I know they exist. But in this case, the only one that I could find, and also that I highly recommend, is Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. I just finished reading Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, so perhaps I'm in a very Gillian Flynn mood, but Dark Places is really fantastic, very dark, and there's no romance. It's a thriller, and it's very, very good. Question number 6, River Song, a very smart or intelligent character. First of all, I'm going to call back to a character I've already listed for favorite well-written character, Hermione. You knew I had to do it. You knew. You knew Hermione was going to be on here. But to mix it up, I also want to include another character, and that is Mark Watney from The Martian. This guy is so smart, he's a complete genius, and throughout this book you really understand how smart he is because he explains every single decision he makes as he is trying to survive on Mars. So first of all, he's an astronaut. He's already got some real smarts for that, but also the stuff he does to survive up there. Mark Watney's one smart dude. Not as smart as River Song, but smart. I don't know if he could fly a TARDIS. I mean, like, give him a while and maybe he could figure it out. He'd probably crash it a couple times first. But, I mean, let's be honest. River Song she'd still walk all over that. Question number 7, Amy Pond, your favorite fictional mother or mother figure? And for this one, I have to go with Molly Weasley from Harry Potter. I love Molly. I think that she's an amazing mother figure, and of course she does have her flaws, but I think Molly is such a good mom figure to Harry, and every time I read the scenes where she's a real mom to Harry, I tear up again because Harry deserves love, and she gives him that motherly love, and I can't handle it. Question number 8, Rory Williams. What is your OTP? First, I'm gonna limit this to books, because if we got into TV shows, there'd be a whole other thing, but my favorite book ships, because, I mean, OTP is kind of a deceiving term. There's never just one. So my favorite ships that I really, really love are, of course, Ron and Hermione from Harry Potter. They're probably my fave ever. It's just Ron and Hermione. There's so much building up to it, and that moment in the 7th book, you know, the moment is just so beautiful, and every time I read it my heart races and I want to pick up the book and dance around with it, and I absolutely love Ron and Hermione. And the other one is Katza and Poe from Graceling. I feel like I'm mentioning the same books over and over again in this. Katza and Poe. So wonderful. I absolutely love their friendship, and I love the way that they complement one another as partners, and Poe is just as fantastic as Katza, and they challenge each other, and it's beautiful. I love Katza and Poe. I love them. And of course, if we're going to throw in, you know, a TV ship that I love, Rory and Amy. Like, I feel like I should probably throw that in there, because I love Rory. I really like Amy, but I love Rory, and I think Rory and Amy's relationship in the show was a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, also them. I love them. And finally, question number 9. Clara Oswald, your favorite new release. I haven't read a lot of new releases while I've been here, because I'm not buying new releases, they're expensive, and I don't want to have to try to get them home. So the one that I picked is one that I read earlier this year, and that is None of the Above by I.W. Gregorio. It came out the first half of this year, I feel like April, March area. It was a debut for I.W. Gregorio, and it has been one of my favorite books that I've read this year, so that's definitely one of my favorite new releases. Though I also want to throw out there that Clara is not one of my favorite new releases. I wish she was slightly more interesting as a character. I'm just kind of bored with Clara. It makes me sad, but I'm ready to get some new blood in the TARDIS, because, like, Clara's cool, but she's kind of run out her storyline, and I would really like a new companion. Or we could just bring back Rose. There you go, guys. That is the Doctor Who Companions book tag. I'm so excited to be able to be going to the Doctor Who experience, and I'm so excited to catch up on Doctor Who, and this is a really perfect book tag for me. I love that this exists. I was so happy when I found this tag, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. Of course, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!